It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
This is not related to this question, but here's a second question I'm going to add on. Nobody asked this, but I think it's so interesting that we ought to talk about it. You know, a lot of times we hear people asking about lump sums. I want a dollar cost average into the market. Well, I don't know what's been in the water, but I feel like lately over the past year, so I've had a lot of executives that have come to work with a firm who have like very large concentrated positions in stock that's done really, really well. They work for a company and either their employer matches in that company or they had RSUs or whatever, and they have very large positions in a stock that has done tremendously well and, in their opinion, is likely to do pretty well going forward. Well, one of the things we say is, hey, you're over-concentrated. Your human capital is in this stock as well as your financial capital. Your human capital is in the company as well as your financial capital is in the stock. There's a lot of risks that exist there. However, it's a pretty good company and it's done pretty well. It's continued to do well. Just like we dollar cost average into the market, into investments to kind of control the behavioral piece, one of the things that we can do, and I feel like we're doing this for a lot of clients right now, is you can actually dollar cost average out of a position. And I think a lot of people don't talk about that. They think, oh, well, you know, I've got Tesla and I've made so much money and I'm up 1,000%. And wow, when do I sell it? Well, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. You can pick a time certain period that will remove the emotion from the decision. Say, you know what? This is how much exposure I want to have. This is how much of the stock that I own. I'm going to sell X amount of dollars of the stock every month until I get down to this amount. Well, what's beautiful, if the stock keeps going up, it's just going to stretch out your timeline. If the stock goes down, it's going to accelerate your timeline. It allows you to remove some of the motion out of the equation.
I like it because it's systematic. I think that's a big part of what we try to help people work through. Just as Bo said, emotionality. You know, we know that wealth building, a lot of it is behavioral. You fighting those fight or flight instincts, and that's why I like sometimes. That's why I think analytical people love us, is that we create systems to overcome some of those human concepts and human elements that cause us to not be the most rational decision makers.
I mean, if we were all rational, we'd all be perfectly healthy, perfectly in shape, and tremendously wealthy if we were all rational. Clearly, we are not.